It makes no sense that I can come on here and say that we as men live better lives than women. How does that make sense when male sadness, loneliness, depression has, boom, skyrocketed in the last 20, 30 years? Men now more than ever are not being able to leave a legacy of children, have somewhat given up. And our generation, bro, has been literally labeled the most weakest and lost generation ever. So again, I ask you, bro, how does it make sense that we live better lives than women? We do. Trust me, we do. Now, okay, from a human perspective, we equally live great lives. I mean, we're alive, roaming around this earth, having experiences and this, that. Life is good, right? Especially if you got, a house over your head, some water in your belly, some food. Like, you're good, bro. But okay, now let's break it down. And I'm going to really shine a light on a topic that has never really been spoken about before. Bro, I'm telling you, I don't think you can find another video on YouTube like this. So, again, let's speak about if depression, sadness, loneliness, young men feeling so lost has skyrocketed, how do we live better lives? Because hear me. Let's say we got you here, bro, right? And you know what? I'm saying you're not happy and you're not sad. You're just in the middle. You're kind of drifting. And we got you. And let's say you're about 20 years old. I'm 25. You might be older. You might be a bit younger. So 20 is a good number. And let's say we got a girl, right? And for the purpose of this video, we're kind of going to say she's an attractive girl. Okay? So, boom, there's her. And if she's attractive and she's 18 or 20, let's say go 20. Boom. She's going to be happy, right? So, let's kind of make a comparison. In regards to money, you and her are going to be exactly the same. You just don't really have a lot, right? In regards of kind of having built yourself up, bro, neither of you have done that. Like 20, bro, I promise you, is very young still. So, no, you haven't built yourselves up in regards of like just anything, life experiences, what's kind of gone on, transpired. You guys are kind of equally the same. But yet, a young, attractive, pretty girl, boom, will truly have this somewhat oyster. And I mean that in regards of like, the world just seems a lot more easier to navigate and to kind of go through because, well, she's somewhat got unlimited access to partners in regards to dating. People are always just more nice to her, more appreciative of her. Like, that's the truth, right? Especially in this new modern world that we live in, where young guys like yourself, bro, are simping harder than ever. Girls are getting way more attention on Instagram and on social media. It's just everything is kind of... Sorry, bro. My iPad went to an ad, and it's skewed my train of thought. I listen to music, if you didn't know that about me, whilst I film these videos. I got like an instrumental beat on, and it helps me focus, helps me get in the zone. Okay, so it seems like girls still live better lives than us, young men. And to some degree, right, they somewhat do. Again, unlimited options, getting this inflated ego because guys are always hitting her up, and then there's you, bro. So let's say somewhat now, 20 years old, happy, right? She's happy, she's good. And then there's you, right? And to some degree, you might be happy as well. Because you're hanging out with the boys, or you're just playing your games, or you're just numbing yourself with drugs and alcohol, enjoying your time. But there is this somewhat sadness in a lot of young men as well. And it has, boom, skyrocketed in like 20, 30 years. It's through the roof. So we as young men have such different cards dealt to us, where when we're 20 we don't have a lot of money, we're not really kind of well versed, we're driving a crappy car, still trying to get ourselves together at uni, or we're apprentices, or we're just trying to start an online business and we don't have a lot going for us. Life's hard. But let's look at the innate biological feelings that we have inside of us. Because as a woman, bro, right? Let's say, what type of career field or what type of... Where do women excel at? Where we as men, we don't necessarily excel at. It's somewhat caring, right? Caring and loving and all of this. Women are great teachers, nurses, whatever else, bro. And we as men, right? What do? What are we really kind of good at? We go and build. right? That's why you see so many men there in the trades, or they're doing jobs in the mines, or just doing hard labor jobs and all this and that and everywhere in between, because that's what we do. We're biologically different, right? And let me tell you why now we live great lives, better lives than girls. And no one has ever said this. And I'm not trying to be a misogynist, I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm telling you, from a male perspective, we really do live better lives. Okay, so a woman, she cares, loves, is empathetic, and we build. We want to actually, I should have changed that word from build to conquer. Because so many of us conquer, right, bro? Even if it's in the shit things right now as our games or whatever, bro. There's something intrinsically inside of us that wants to go and win, conquer, dominate. That's why we always play sports and we just go, we get really competitive. And, bro, that's us. It's what we have instilled in us as men. So, we as men, at the age of 20, right? 20, again, we don't have a lot of things going on for us. We truly don't. But the great thing is, but also where we are starting to really kind of go downwards now as well, is so many things have ruined our innate biological meaning of becoming masculine men. And obviously you probably already know what that is, because it's what's destroying your life. It's porn, it's being lazy because you're playing games all day, or you're just watching YouTube, it's fast food, it's actually somewhat being lonely as well. There are so many things changing, like making us not happy, bro. It's hard. It is hard, and that has caused this cycle in so many of us young men to just completely numb ourselves with this. Understand that, right? We create this cycle of bad habits, quick dopamine that kind of gives us this fake feeling of happiness. It's fake, right? Because when you're watching YouTube and you see something funny, oh yeah, haha, or you're playing your game and you're living up your character, you win, or you're watching porn and you're seeing that 10 out of 10 chick get right, oh yeah, that's me, I'm doing that. Like, we get all these fake rewards and we feel like we're actually living a great life or this and that, but innately we know that we are living shit lives and we would love to be conquering and winning and having all this kind of going for us. But, hear me, as everything in our modern society has truly broken us, the best thing about being a man is we are biologically wired to want to conquer. And you have this inside you. And you might even feel it right now as I'm filming this video and you're listening to me. You feel it. And the best thing in life, right, and we're going to kind of have to speak about dating to some regards, just to kind of open it up and give you a proper example, is we truly only feel good as men, as males, when we are trying to build, conquer. Our lives are on a mission, right? But what comes with that, right? When we are truly trying to live a life conquering, it makes it hard. It makes it really hard. Because I want you to really understand this. Life for the average young man, like I said, has really, really become a lot harder. Sadness, depression, loneliness, anxiety, all this has skyrocketed. But the thing is, it's a struggle to be average and poor and lonely. And it's also a struggle to become rich and successful and to become a man of honor and caliber, of higher caliber, everything. It's hard. But the thing is, and this is what's beautiful about being a man, is that, right? We get all this cheap dopamine from porn, video games, all this garbage, drugs and alcohol, partying with our boys. But our true innate feeling of feeling good, fulfillment, right? Proper fulfillment, right? To feel like you can look in the mirror and be happy with who you are. It never comes from porn, drugs, video games, or anything like that. It comes from building. And what I want you to understand, right? We have years upon years upon years to build. See, right now, we think at the age of 18 that we should be millionaires, that we should have traveled the whole world, that we should have done this, and that. And that causes us to go back into this cycle because of what we've seen on social media and what we've seen online and this and that. it has created this immense pressure that if we're not successful by 18 and doing all this, and we're failures. And to some degree, bro, I can't necessarily say that, oh, wow, like, it's easy. Because I said that. Sorry, bro, another ad. I should buy a YouTube Premium. I probably will have to. It's hard. But the thing is, we as men, right? And this is why I wanted to say, and we're going to speak about dating. We don't hit our peak years as a man, right? We don't hit our peak years up until the age of 30 to 40. That is our peak years as men. That's when we shine. Because you know what? Like I said, building, conquering, making something of your life is extremely hard. And it only comes with time, bro. Pretend that's a clock. It only comes with time. But what's the beauty of that, right? Is that once we are truly living our lives on a proper mission, we start to see everything in our lives truly come to fruition. And this is, let me write it down, bro. Actually, I don't need to write this down. I'll just say it directly to you. When we live lives on our mission, we start to build ourselves up to men of caliber, moral standards. We start to make more money. We start to garner more respect from our peers because we build up our bodies. Everything starts to change. We start to understand how to navigate this world. And this is why we as men live better lives, because let's face it, bro, and this might sound crazy, and again, I'm not trying to sound misogynistic, but it is just the truth, that if you see a female, right, female here, her peak years is what? From what? Seriously, like 18 to maybe 27. And the sad reality is, bro, a lot of her peak and her ego and all of this stuff, right, like, is based on her looks. That's it. Looks alone have given girls this high sense of confidence, this feeling that they rule the world, that they win. And hey, we can't blame them, bro, because it's us young men that are giving them this validation, especially if they're pretty and they're, like that. They get that inflated ego, and there's nothing that we can do about it because it's just the world that we live in. But look at it. Because, like I said, generally a woman will go into a career of nurturing and caring and teaching, right? That's why you see it. It's just different. Women are better at this and men are better at this. But the beauty of that is, now, it could be subjective what I'm about to say, but I don't believe that it is, because us men, like I said, we feel good when we build and we conquer. But what comes of that? The more money we have, right? When we get on our mission, once we build our bodies, we get to go and explore this world and do the fun things that we want to do. Like, if we want, bro, we can sleep around, we can travel the world, we can go hunting and do whatever, bro. Like, whatever we do as men, we can go do once we build ourselves up. But generally, right, of course a woman's going to want to travel and see the world and do this and that. But her interests, her hobbies aren't necessarily as fun as what we get to do. Right? It's just not. It's so different. And they might feel that same sense of happiness and fulfillment and like they're living life and they're winning when they're just, I don't know, whatever they're doing, bro. They're whatever girls do, bro. I'm not a girl. I don't know what they do, bro. But I do believe that our lives are set up to have way more fun. And what the beauty of that is, the more fun our lives become, it's simply a byproduct of us being what's biologically ours, competitive. Bro, I'm telling you, competitive, working hard, leveling ourselves up. Because like I said, we only truly feel good as we build. So, we go through our lives truly thinking, and I have spoken to young men that have actually said, bro, like, I can't believe that they've said this to me, that they wish that they could have lived a life of a girl. Now, they weren't even gay or anything, but they just said, whoa, girls' lives are easier. Yeah, they're easier. But just because something is easier doesn't necessarily mean it's better. And like I said, bro, when we go into our peak years of 30, of 30 to 40 years old, we become men that are mature, well-versed, learn to navigate our lives and have all these kind of things kind of shining through us now, that the world becomes our true oyster, and it's not just necessarily based on our looks. We've built up our pockets, we've built up our bodies, we've built up our minds, and now we can go do whatever we want. And what happens when and I hate to say this, bro, because again, I'm not trying to sound so misogynistic or toxic, but it's just the truth, is after a girl hits their peak years, right, of like 18 or 25 or whenever it is, the more kind of common life, and I do really kind of stand by this because I am a man that wants to have a family and leave a legacy, but I do also want to be a man that is so financially resourceful and built and has built many areas of my life up, that when a woman exits her peak years, right, she's still a human, bro, and vice versa, bro. We're still humans once we are building ourselves up to our peak years or once we leave our peak years, but it kind of skews to, well, then you raise a family and they kind of just become mothers. It was, bro, that's beautiful. That's the best thing in the world, to see a mother nurturing and caring for her children. It's beautiful. But I'm saying it's just different. It's just a different sense of happiness and fulfillment and level of enjoyment that we get from living our lives exploring and conquering and hunting and building and doing all this stuff. I don't know why I'm talking about hunting, because I don't even hunt, but it would be something I'm open to. I think it's really cool, to be honest. So what I want you to understand, bro, and the purpose of this video is we are continuously entering this cycle that really makes us young men feel as though we are not happy. We do. And that's why we go into this quick, endless cycle of dopamine. Scrolling on our phones, watching porn, playing video games, doing drugs. But if you can rewire your brain, and this will happen the more you start to align your life to your mission, and you get on your purpose, and you start living a life of just trying to excel yourself in every single area, you will start to see, whoa, this is so much better. This is it, bro. And the thing is, who we become in the journey of our lives, right? We become stronger, we become more resilient, we become just a man that is just so well versed in different areas of life. Like I said, and I keep repeating myself because it's the truth, this is where we find fulfillment. And it's fun. And it's great. And we start living to our biological being of being a man. So we as men, once we break free and we get our lives on our mission, you will feel this exact same way. And it's hard, right? Building your life up is hard. It's hard, bro. I'm telling you, I'm in the midst of building my life to become the man that I'm telling you that we are all destined to become if we be disciplined and we put in that hard work. But the rewards will be so great. And the lives that we are able to cultivate and have will be... I'm speechless. I don't know what... Like, it's just going to be great, bro. It's going to be what we all deserve. But I hate to say this, it's only what few have. Because with this modern world becoming immensely easier, it is easy to just give up. And to just sit there. And to do nothing. And to say, whoa, it's me. And play the victim card. And just live lives that really aren't even worth living. I'll say this to you, bro, as I end the video. You will never, ever regret the journey of struggle, the lessons you learn on your journey to become the man that you want to be. All you need to do in your life is just build up momentum. Keep sticking to your word, set your life to your mission, and you will feel fulfilled in every aspect of your life. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel healthy in your mind. You'll feel as though you're living congruent to what it means to be a man. And then once you start making progress, whoo, shut the gates, bro. You feel confident. You feel great. So I do believe that we as men, we do live great lives. But we must earn the great lives. Because if not, bro, I'll say this right directly to your face. If you live a life of complete playing the victim and saying, oh yeah, girls live better lives, and you do nothing in accordance to level yourself up and make yourself into men, yeah, boom, girls live better lives and they have everything kind of easier and more given to them, and you will sit there all day thinking, oh yeah, I should have been a girl. Get out of here, bro. Go conquer, go win, build your life up, and I promise you, you'll enjoy what it means to be a true man. Love you, brother.